All right, you may have seen the 2024 release of the U.S. News Best Global Universities, and you have been wondering how you could see what areas you're strong in or how you can see what areas you could improve in. 25% of that ranking is based off of your reputation, and these videos won't address that, but we will cover the other 75% in this series. These analyses will be done in InCites benchmarking and analytics. If you don't have access to that and you're interested, there is a link to contact us, contact your sales rep. It's on most of the Clarivate websites. Here I am at the Clarivate learning page, upper right-hand corner, contact us. And there is a spot for contacting sales. You could also use this if you want some help in ways to improve in this ranking or any other ranking. Our consulting team can help you with that. Before we get to any actual numbers, I feel like we need to get ourselves ready. In this video, we're going to go over some of the basics of InCites that you can use to look at yourself and others for comparison purposes. So here I am in InCites, and for these analyses, we'll almost exclusively be using the organization analysis. We're going to take the last 5 complete years just for this video. The latest report was based off of 2018 to 2022 data. I'm looking forward a year, so we're looking at 2019 to 2023 here. Another thing we're going to do is look at just one organization type, and that's academic. So here I'm going to go to organization type and do academic. And finally, we're going to remove ESCI documents. That's our Emerging Sources Citation Index. The first global rankings were produced in 2014, and that was before the Emerging Sources Citation Index was around. The rankings may revisit that decision, but for now, these documents are excluded. So here's what I'm looking at, just organization type academic. I've removed ESCI documents, and for my purposes, I'm going to do the last 5 complete years, 2019 to 2023. You can go back and look at older data if you choose to. InCites does go back to 1980. If you'd like to just look at yourself and some peer or aspirational institutions, then I would suggest using the organization name filter on the left-hand side. So here I'm going organization name. You can add yourself and others. I'll just add a few here, University of Toronto. I'll add Harvard University. I'll add Princeton. Okay, so I've chosen a few. I'm going to hit update results. And now I'm just looking at these 3 if I just want to compare these 3 organizations, for instance. There are other ways that you can look at yourself and others. If you're part of an association, such as the AAU or the G13, we do have groups here under association. So you can click on this if you want to do a comparison across that whole association. Pick things like the AAU, or if you're a part of the Canadian G13, you can do that. If you'd like to look to see what associations we have, you can delete everything you have here, and then you can just browse the whole list. Now the US News Global Report, it does break down by region separately. So if you wanted to do that, you would want to filter by location. If you're wanting to do region, they use the United Nations methodology here. So here I'm at unstats.un.org. I can click on geographic regions, and here's the countries for how they break it down by that region. Most likely, though, if you're going to be looking at location, you'll want to look at your country. So you can just do location, I wanted to do Finland, for example, I can do that. Now I'm just looking at Finland organizations. Something I would suggest doing is pinning yourself to the top of the analysis. So if you haven't chose yourself for organization name here and you're looking at everything like I'm doing right now, it's still pretty easy to find and pin yourself by using this find in table functionality. So here I'm going to click on find in table. I'm going to do Helsinki, hit enter. You can see up here I did organization search Helsinki. I'm going to choose University of Helsinki, and you'll see this little pop-up here at the bottom. It says pin to top. I'm going to do that. And now when I remove this search and I'm back to looking at everything, I'm at the top here. So now that I'm pinned, I'll always see myself here at the top. I'll be included in any visualization. I'll be included in any download that I do. And something you might want to end up doing for any of these analyses is seeing how your numbers have changed over time in a particular area, for instance, documents. You can do a trend graph in InCites to show how you and others are trending for a particular analysis. So here's how you're going to do that. You're going to click on Visual. We offer a variety of graphs here. I'm choosing to do trend graph, and then I can choose what metric I'm looking at. So for this example, I'm just doing Web of Science documents. So it will have 2019 to 2023 each year as my little trend graph there. If you'd like to run an analysis outside of InCites with this data, you can download either the entire table here. So I'm going to go over to the right-hand side, download CSV, hit export single records. I can download this entire table, or I can download trend data. So if I click on this, it will download each year, in this instance, 2019 through 2023, each single year, and all the documents and time cited there. And then it will limit you to you and 250 of your friends. In the rest of the series, we'll be getting into looking at the actual data points like publications, normalized citation impact, highly cited papers, and others. And there will be a separate series dedicated to the nuances of the category rankings, and that will build on what we did here today. Thank you for watching.